Welcome to 2 on the 10. Oh, baby, we're back again. 2 on the 10, baby. I'm Paul.
I'm Mitch.
Greedy Nick.
Greedy.
Yeah. Oh, man, you know what time it is? How was your weekend?
Staycation time.
Wow.
Hey, that's what we should rename it. Staycation time.
What'd you say? Stop. Staycation time.
How was your weekend?
That was cool. You know, had a little staycation.
Okay.
I will say it didn't get off smoother than I thought. Pause. Just because we stayed at this one place, and Nick, you know where this is at, a little Aloha spot where they redid it, so it's like little studios or whatever, trying to be a little hipster spot.
Is that the, it's like blue and white?
Yeah.
And stuff like that? Okay, yeah.
Like going around from the outside might not be much to look at. Got a cool little pool set it up, but the inside.
But is it like retro? They try to do it like retro stuff?
Well, retro, cool, hipster.
Yeah.
Like
I've seen that. It's on Arizona Avenue?
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, so what's it called? It's pretty interesting though, except for when we checked in and it's like 103 degrees. They give you these codes to check in the door,
right?
And my code wouldn't work.
Okay.
And like it was just the most frustrating shit ever because we're sitting outside and the code won't work and there's no and you book this. It's almost like an Airbnb.
Okay.
You know, and then the lady that is working on the property is a cleaning lady and she, you know, doesn't really speak too much English and, you know, is what it is. And so no one can help you. You got to call this line and you're not even talking to the person. And like,
holy shit. And
so they finally like, oh, we got this Dropbox, you know, in here and we'll give you the physical key. But they finally got me a code that worked, but it took about 40 minutes to get inside. I was a little pissed.
Damn. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Other than that, the location is pretty dope. You know, it's, what's it called? Like I said, it's real hipsterish. The room's cool. It's like a studio, like in Hollywood, it feels like, but, you know, but yeah, so it was cool. It was cool. So we did that. And then of course, Friday night, we decided to go to, I think one of our all favorite spots, Singing Panda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. You know, normally we have the studio aides to do this, but today they're on strike, I think.
With the Actors Guild.
The Actors Guild, exactly.
Well,
you know, and so, yeah, so no, we did Singing Panda, and it was cool because we got the little side room. We didn't even mean to, but you know, me and Chris just jumped in, like, and they're like, "Oh, we'll get you two right here," you know. And so we got to go in that little side room, see the Elvis impersonator and stuff. It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, if you guys haven't, you know, for our listeners, if you haven't been to Singing Panda, it's in Chandler. Nick, you turned me on the spot, man. Chinese food there is fire. Like I'm not a big Chinese food fan because I can't find like a good spot, but the Singing Panda is dope.
Yeah, amazing, man.
And some of the best service you'll ever have in your life. You go in there,
Yeah.
food comes out quick, it's hot, it's delicious, your drink never empty. They're always super nice checking up on you. It's amazing.
So definitely Singing Panda in Chandler. And I mean, don't get me wrong, everything's amazing there, but the sesame chicken, their lo mein is off the charts.
Yeah.
You know, different.
I might go there, you know, towards the end of this week. Just, you know, got my mouth watering for some Chinese food.
So did that. Did a big bike run there. The Chicano run, you know, that they do every year. Had it up in Goodyear this year at the Goodyear Harley. So me and my boys that we roll with, we all rode up there about, you know, I had to get up at about 6 a.m. on Saturday.
Okay.
Go get the bike, ride back, head up to the west side, and then, you know, went bar hopping after we hit the Harley spot. So it was cool. That was cool. And then kind of just, you know, missed the Halloween party Saturday night just because we were too beat down and tired.
Really? You didn't get a chance to go? Okay,
No, didn't get a chance to go. Didn't get a chance to tell me when to go.
Okay.
But no.
So did you have a costume already picked up?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was part of it. Tell me when to go because
gotcha.
she was Chris was gonna be, you know, Starry Night, like in the painting.
Yeah.
One of her favorite paintings, so we decided to do that. And what's it called? No, it was cool because her mom actually was an amazing artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like she made the what's it called, the palette, and did like all the different colors on it on one side, and the other side put "Tell me when to go," GOGH,
Gotcha.
which, you know, it's kind of double meaning. You know,
Yeah.
the 40s, tell me when to go where I'm from, Vallejo, with "Tell me when to go," Van Gogh, GOGH. I sported the shirt just on because we didn't wear it or whatever, the whole outfit. Oh, and I was gonna have the bandage for the ear and everything else. And we were,
So I was going to ask you, why were you going to chop your ear?
yeah, no, not literally, not in the literal sense, you know, allegedly, like we talk about. So now, you know, a little disappointed because we didn't go, but man, we would not have been in the right state of mind getting up at 6 a.m., you know, having a few drinks, hitting the sun all day, 103 and stuff. So that was that. But hey, but the one thing that it didn't make up for is we got up early on Sunday, hit Buongiorno's, New York Bagels. And even at 7:30 in the morning, there was already like 15, 20 people waiting. By the time we finished getting our bagels, about 30 people waiting. That place is popping. Former New York Fire Department, retired, gentleman, his family and him run that place. They're only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 6 to 2, but they stay.
6 to 2.
Yeah, remember we went there.
is that
That's the
the
chicken.
one?
The chicken. The cutlet sandwich.
Okay, that's the one that's on Gilbert Road over there.
Yeah, by the Audi
Yeah,
dealership.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, so we went
Yep.
there, and we loved that. Chris had never been there, so we did that for Sunday morning, and then had to catch some games, watch movies, just chill, real relaxed Sunday.
Mhm.
And then but one spot that I had to bring her to, again, keep going to spots. I'm a foodie, so it was Louisiana fried chicken in Chandler. And Nick, you know a little bit about that one. That place is amazing. It's amazing.
Fried chicken.
Now I got to check this place out because I'm all about the fried chicken.
Yeah.
The best fried chicken I've ever had is, of course, my mama's.
Okay, of course. Yeah, shout out to Mama Johnson. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, definitely. But went to Thailand and they throw down they chicken.
So
Man, I'm talking about street food side of the road. The chicken's so good.
funny you say that, because I mean, let's just make so it's crazy because when we walked in, and I'm just calling it how it is. I walked in the first time I was there about 4 or 5 years ago, and this Asian family's running it.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking they're just franchising and getting the hustle on, whatever. And I ordered the chicken, and I'm looking, and they start battering it right there,
It's fresh.
Yeah.
battering it, throwing it right in the. Now it comes out piping oily out. But let me tell you, there's nothing bad on that menu that I've had. The chicken tenders are phenomenal. The fish is some of the best fried fish. Like I'm not even kidding. It's better than my favorite like fish and chip spots right now.
Yeah.
And then of course the fried shrimp, and then even just the chicken. I mean, Nick, you can back me up on this.
Chicken's amazing, and then you get the rolls with it.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hawaiian rolls.
Oh yeah, it's cool. So it's definitely, if you're ever in Chandler, it's on Arizona Avenue and what like Warner or something.
I think it's Ray.
Yeah, Ray. Okay, Arizona Avenue and Ray.
Okay.
So right on the side, kind of by the Pizza Hut or whatever.
Yeah.
On the west side, but yeah, no, definitely worth checking out. And so yeah, another one. That's another hidden gem.
There you go.
So yeah, so that was my weekend basically, and then back to reality.
Back on the ground.
Exactly.
Greedy, what you?
I just want to say it's a good thing that Mitch didn't show up to the Halloween party, because he would have been showing up to take second place, because me and my girl took first place.
Look at you! Look at you!
Hit the horn for yourself.
First place, baby.
I thought Tekashi 6ix9ine won.
No, he won, I think, for the best costume, but we won best couple costume.
Okay. What you guys go as?
We went as the characters from It. So I was Georgie with my raincoat, my red balloon, and she was the whatever his name is.
I thought you guys going as Little Mermaid and McLovin.
No, that's next year.
No.
That's next year.
Can't give all the costumes all at one time.
So yeah, we won this year, so we got to go even bigger next year.
Okay.
Pause.
We're already putting in the plan, starting early to see what we're gonna do. So, but yeah, woke up early Saturday too.
At about noon.
And no, I wish. I was up at like 5:30. We went, and Chandler, City of Chandler did a basically a volunteer day for the City of Chandler. They basically like blocked off this whole neighborhood, and they had like maybe 500 to 1,000 volunteers
Really? Oh wow.
through the whole neighborhood, like a one square city block of houses, and there's a park and school. We painted like a quarter mile of a wall right down Chandler Boulevard. So if you're driving down Chandler Boulevard, you pass Cooper, look to the right, that wall that goes all the way down till you hit Emmett. Yeah, that was me, baby. I painted that thing. So out there for like 6 hours, just sweating in the
Did
heat.
the people know you were painting their houses and walls?
They did. So the crazy thing was, like, some of the people in the neighborhood I don't know how they got chosen, but the volunteers actually came out and painted their whole outside of their houses.
Really?
So they did that.
Wow.
Like a couple people, they re-landscaped their whole front yard.
Okay.
There was alleyways. They cleaned out all the alleyways, painted the fences on the alleyways. So they just went through this whole neighborhood and just cleaned everything up, made it look nice. I guess they pick a different neighborhood every year.
Okay.
And just touch it
So
up.
was it like underprivileged neighborhood or?
I mean, I didn't think it was a bad neighborhood. Like underprivileged, maybe it is. I don't. It's hard to tell these days. I mean, the houses they look nice, and like I said, there was a school and a big huge park in the middle of the community, but they just kind of cleaned everything up. So it was really cool. It's a cool experience. Give back.
Yeah, definitely.
I get the the greedy moniker, but I do things for I don't always take. I give back too. So. I give back sometimes.
Yeah, some to the sports bet app.
Yeah, the sports bet app. Yeah,
Yeah, he definitely be giving back to them.
You're welcome, FanDuel.
Those sports bet apps, just like Vegas, weren't made on winners.
Yeah, and by the way, Paul, I brought my sleeping bag. I might be staying at your house tonight because things haven't been going so great on the sports.
Hey, I feel you on that, man. They've been definitely beating us over the head, man. But
What about your weekend?
my weekend's pretty chill. I had my boy Ortiz Jenkins. We played, down in U.
Hey, for those who don't know, That's the quarterback that did the famous flip back in the late 90s.
Yeah. So it's called a flip at the lake. Back in '98. If you want to go check it out.
He's part of the two-headed monster.
Yeah. But he did. We were down that game going against Washington, and we were underdog going in that game. Our best player at the time, he had been suspended, stuff like that. Christmas Callister, and they gave us no chance to win. And then we went up there and beat Washington.
I remember watching that game on TV.
Yeah, it was a great game. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's on YouTube. It's called.
And Ortiz made that flip, right?
Yeah, he made that flip. He was so. We've been friends for. I mean, like I said, over 20 years. So that's my dog. He came up to visit me. I'll see him in a couple of weeks when we go down for U of A homecoming this week. But we did hit the spot up in Scottsdale. It's called Moxie. It's in Scottsdale Mall. Actually, it's on the outside of it. It's where Thirsty Lion used to be. But it's dope. It's just like lounge brunch, but dinner spot. It's grown folks. It's not like
For the grown and sexy.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's grown and sexy. So, oh my goodness, and the staff in there, holy, woo,
Great customer service.
oh amazing.
They're an asset to the restaurant.
The amazing customer service.
They've got
Put it this
back-
way: there is only, I'm kind of on one hand. There's only 5 guys that are working there. One is the manager and 4 are barbacks. And so, I take that 3 are barbacks.
Shout out to the Moxie.
and 1 bartender. The rest, all females. They're doing it right over there. You go over there, their food, the portions are huge. So just know it. You could probably on their appetizers and just 1 meal.
I was waiting for something else. I didn't know what you were going to say. I was just thinking, I didn't know what you were talking about.
No. But go over there, check it out. It's a new spot. Like I said, the drinks. The thing I love about there is if you sit there long enough, they'll start bringing you free drinks. Just to try. The bartenders make all kind of crazy drinks. They're like, "Hey, you want a drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So folks are cool. I was over there talking to the GM over there, talking to the girl that they flew in from. Oh, she's from Vancouver. She'll be here for like six months. But no, that place was dope, man. Dope spot. So check it out if you're in Scottsdale. New spot's called Moxie. So yeah, definitely. But other than that, you see, I'm wearing my vaccine.
I seen you throw it on right after they won, right?
Pulled it out of the trash can.
Yeah. No, I'm repping. I rep. I shoot.
And weren't you at Thursday night's game anyway?
Yeah, I was at Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
So
Trifecta.
So I'm originally, everybody knows I'm originally from Washington D.C. So when I came here, I adopted most of the Arizona teams except the Cardinals. Even though I played. But anyway, that's another story in itself.
Shout out to Danny Green.
But D-backs, I was, fortunately, like I said, I was at Game 7 with you.
Game 7, baby.
When they played the Yankees, and I think that was 07. And
01.
1.
01.
1. Damn,
9/11, baby.
that's been that long. That's right, 9/11. The crazy thing, this is their 25th year anniversary of the team being in existence. So it's just right. I just feel like it's one of them things where 25 years, a team so young, they're overachieving right now. And they got one game to go, and it looks like they're gonna be playing Texas Rangers.
Hold on. That's the Phillies, though.
Looks like they're going to be playing. Yeah, sometime eventually.
Hey, listen.
They don't make it.
Listen, I'm manifesting this. Okay, I'm projecting that they win and they're in the World Series.
Hope so.
I next time we come on the show, I hope to be talking about that. I got tickets for Game 3 of the World Series because I'm definitely when they do make it.
They went on sale today, right?
Yeah, but I don't even know how they're gonna go on sale when.
Because if they don't go, then they just credit you back.
credit you back.
next year.
Okay, well maybe I should go on there and just buy them anyway. So before
They're available
go
still?
to the win.
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely gonna go check because I'm definitely going to Game 3. That is a must.
I think they're like the games are slated for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday though.
Yeah, I don't care.
I know, but it sucks that they can't get a weekend game for us Arizona people.
Yeah, but how are they going to do that? Because it isn't in the format 2-3-2.
Yeah,
So
it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back to back games.
So,
here in Arizona. So got you.
so we get 3 games.
Yeah,
3 games.
We get 3 games.
Right in the middle of the week.
So
game.
no game 7 for us, huh?
Hey, well,
No
hey,
game 7.
I mean, no games in Arizona.
Yeah,
well,
I always go to Texas.
yeah, well, for you guys, that got to work. I'm sorry. I'm going to the game I'm going to game 3. That's all I know. So I will definitely be there. Um, if it goes to 7, shit, you might find me. I might go down there and visit Toe down in Texas.
Yeah, shout out to Tomar.
Yeah, definitely. He said he's gonna root for the Rangers if they go. What's wrong with that dude? Anyway,
He's a
always.
bandwagon fan.
He was hurt because he's a Dodgers
Yeah,
fan.
he's a Dodgers fan. Always jumping on. Yeah, I talk about you, Tel. All right, but I love you, man. But anyway, man, I'm excited. I'm like really excited about this team. They're so young right now, and like I said, they're doing
So young.
they're doing things that folks didn't think they were going to do. Corbin Carroll, probably rookie of the year, in National League. I'm so impressed right that.
And that's why I've been buying up all the
You've been buying up the Corbin Carrolls.
No, I've been buying up a lot of baseball boxes this year, just storing them because there's a lot of good rookies
This year. Yeah.
Corbin Carroll's one of the top, and I think he's going to have a
You think he's
Hall of
gonna-
Fame type career just off his numbers this year. So
I'm just hoping the D-backs. The one thing that
They signed him.
No, the one thing I hate about it is we get young, fresh talent, and we can't keep them.
That's what I mean.
I get it because we're a smaller market team, and so we don't want to pay it.
biggest market in the nation, small market, huh?
Yeah. But like we don't pay our guys. It's like when we had Jerry Colangelo.
Oh, he was the man.
Whether it be the Suns or whether it be the Diamondbacks,
Yeah.
it was always competing. And if you look at the 2001 team, we went out and spent that money to go get the Randy Johnsons, the Shillings, you know what I'm saying? And then we substituted all that with not only veteran guys, but we had young guys. We had a young guy that's a good friend of mine, Junior Spivey.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Shout out to Spivey.
Yeah. So it was like that team was a example is if you go out and spend the money, it comes back to you. I mean, you look at the teams that are still there. Other than the Dodgers who spend,
But we're also in a different, my philosophy on legal sports book era, right?
Right.
You spend all the money, you can be the favorite team, you're not winning.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
But now I get it. But you figure if you spend the money for the best players, you should be there. But I get it.
Or at least
But see, here's the thing. Okay, baseball to me is a little bit more different. Now the umpire, like every game, he controlled, the balls and strikes and stuff like that. You can go one way or another. I just think I think the referees in basketball and football have way more control over the flow of the game than the umpires do. I just think that's just to me.
No, because they can call some BS strikes or balls and frustrate the other team real easily.
Right.
And just make it, they could call it super tight for one team and super loose for the other team.
Right.
And they could easily affect the game,
Yeah.
You walk 2 or 3 guys, get a couple guys on base early.
Right.
That's hard to come out of,
I don't know. The one thing I gotta say is that like the umpire for tonight's game, he was calling some BS, balls and strikes, but they were going both ways. So that's what I'm saying. At least his strike zone was consistent, and that's all I can ask. Is like, okay, if you're gonna call a ball that should have been a strike, make sure you call it down on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you, but I mean, let's be honest, bro. At the end of the day, this is entertainment. We're entertained by it. If you guys want to bet on it, hey, that's so be it.
I don't know. Like I said, man, I'm super excited about them. I went to the Saturday game. It was the energy wasn't as good as the Thursday Friday game, but all of Arizona is hype. So hopefully next time we come on this air, like I said, we're talking about
World Series.
World Series.
Which would be freaking amazing, right?
Yeah, oh my
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Nobody give the D-backs a shot. Not even us.
Yeah. I mean, but for them to do, I know a friend of mine that has a bet. I think they were like he made it in October, early October, plus 1,800. For them to win World Series. So. I'm definitely like rooting for that. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. That'd be awesome. Good times. Good times to be out here.
Yeah. But you want to talk about
good times
and we always talk about. You just brought it up. This era of sports.
Yep.
Sports betting. Grady, you know about this. Firsthand.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. By the way, if you took my advice many episodes ago and put that money on the Cardinals under wins this year, you're looking pretty good so far. So just putting that out there, I give you gems.
I mean, you knew what was going to happen. Okay, regardless on if they had Kyler Murray or not,
this is a throwaway year. They're trying for the first pick next year.
I got that. I got that, but they just paid this. They paid this little guy all this money.
yeah.
For what?
Hey, they're going to trade down and then draft Marvin Harrison Jr.
Uh-huh.
and get like 2 or 3 other picks.
So you
From
so you
whatever team tries to move up.
so you think they're gonna try to load up on wide receiver and try to give
Well,
Kyler
I
Murray some
think,
help?
yeah, I think so. I think here's the thing. They already paid Kyler, so if they can get the first pick, some team's going to want to move up to get that pick. They can move down 1 or 2 spots, still get Marvin Harrison Jr. and probably get 2 or 3 other first round picks, or a couple second rounds or
Yeah,
future first
Because
round.
I really like Caleb Williams, but man, he's kind of being a little bitch right now. If you ask me,
Yeah,
I'm just
and
keeping it real.
I mean,
You hear about the latest?
no,
Supposedly he wants to be part owner of the team to draft him.
And that's ludicrous. The problem is these kids are jaded. I mean, it was kind of funny. Me and OJ were talking about this weekend about the NIL and what they're paying these kids.
way more than they were paying you back when you.
Oh,
Hey.
allegedly. But anyway,
All you had to do was give him the quad stacker back then. He was good.
I was cheap, baby. I was cheap, baby.
You got a $50 Burger King gift card.
Yeah. Long as you, hey, long,
Signing with the U of A.
as long as I could eat, I was good, baby. But now, we were talking about that. These kids, minor, I mean, you gotta look at this. LeBron James' son, right now, his NIL value,
$10 million?
no, 5.38 million.
Okay, gotcha.
5.38 million.
Is he even playing?
He hasn't even played.
Is he going to play?
He danced on the side with his team the other day. That was the headline.
I don't know after his cardiac, arrest thing. I don't know if he's going to play this year, but right now alone, 5.38 million. And so for Williams to ask for a piece of the team, it's just because they're jaded because they think, oh, I'm getting all this crazy money in college now. I can.
Hey, you know what's crazy though on the women's side? A lot of players are opting in for like junior and senior year because they make more money in college than they're going to make in the
Yeah,
WNBA.
exactly.
And that's crazy. Like,
That is
how
crazy.
come the WNBA can't capitalize off and get the sponsorships for these women like
Because there's more
college?
fans. There's more fans in college than there is for pro WNBA teams. Let's just be honest.
I mean, you
That's
get
draw.
that, like, these,
Let's be honest.
all the women
Let's be honest.
athletics, like the track stars and the gymnasts and the swimmers, all getting these big NIL deals just
Yeah.
because
Well, I mean,
they got talent. Let's be
I mean,
real.
Like I said, WNBA. Let's be honest.
I know you just did, but anyway, SC. I mean, to put it in perspective, SC. All the players on SC's team gets paid $250,000. Wow, across. Oh, think about that.
Man, I think I still have a year or two of eligibility left. They need a good kicker.
Listen, every player, $250,000. They get paid more than some of these. Their mom and their dad, working at 9 to
They get
5.
playing more than the XFL.
That's what I'm saying is right now listen, I'm not, I'm not, I always say it, never knock another man's hustle. Never. Okay. I wish these deals were around when I was coming up.
You don't have any eligibility left?
I looked, trust me. I called around. I called around.
They can't even find my transcripts.
See, they're buried. If I could go back and see if I would go after another degree, if I could play.
You can't get like a medical 5th year.
Something senior year or something, you know what I'm saying?
Redshirt 8th year for senior.
I was trying, but no, it's just amazing. But all this, that's what I'm saying. All this money in sports affects, all these players. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The sports betting you were talking about, like, the favorites not winning because if you dump so much money on like one team, I mean, you look at last week, right? You had the favorites with the Eagles playing the Jets. You had the 49ers playing the Browns. Okay. That, I mean, both that's a win on paper. Easy, right?
Yep.
And they both lose.
Yep.
I mean,
What about this week? Like the 1-5 teams or whatever.
Yeah, look at like the Giants won, the Broncos won, New England beat the
Bills.
Bills, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying is
Minnesota's winning right now.
It's like the NCAA tournament all over again. Just a bunch of chaos. Because
Right.
again, keep in mind, I've been saying this though. The favorites never win when it counts. I mean, when I'm talking at the end game. Like you can have the favorite. It's not the Yankees in the 90s anymore. It's not the Lakers in the early 2000s. It's not the Bulls. This is a different game. It's almost the opposite of it. They paint these people up to be the top team, and then they're going to falter at some point, and people that were laying the money line down are going to get their ass whooped.
all right. So since you are the coincidence theorist
Or anti-coincidence.
or anti-coincidence theorist of the group, explain. Okay, explain for the layman folks out there is how sports betting affects games. Like, do the refs know about the lines? Do the players know about the lines? I mean, how does it come down? How does it correlate?
Well, let's first of all, here's where it gets interesting. When did ESPN and Fox starts, broadcasting the lines? I don't get me wrong. I'll take it all the way old school. I remember Jimmy the Greek in CBS Sports Football used to talk lines sometimes, and that was supposedly the first time they did it. And it was real controversial back
Right.
in the '80s.
Right.
But then all of a sudden you got early 2000s, and like you start showing the lines, and then now in the like 2012s and 14s, ESPN starts talking, the booking and the betting and everything else. And now it's just a big mind fuck if you ask me, because you can't, like, it's like
They're going to be their own sports.
yeah, exactly. They're gonna be their own sports book, and all they need to do, like even in the movies, like that Matthew McConaughey movie with what's it called, Robert De Niro, right? What's it called? It's like you just basically give a bunch of advice. You give 50% of people this advice, 50% the other, and then you're 50% correct. You know what I mean? Like it's like, and that's all they do. This person takes this person takes this, and again, it's so easy to manipulate though. Like especially when you got paid people on TV, they're getting paid so much money to give their opinion. And they're very influential. They can go, oh yeah, you know what? Well, the 49ers are going to beat the Vikings tonight. Of course, yeah, the Niners are whatever. The Vikings don't have Jefferson. They don't have this, whatever. And as you can see, the game's pretty damn close right now. And it
Well,
looks like
the other crazy part too on that is you have all these sports teams now or sports leagues. Who's the biggest sponsor for all of them? It's all DraftKings and FanDuel and this and that.
that used to be a conflict of interest.
Yeah, now that's well, it should still be like. How
Not
do we
much
know,
money.
like FanDuel? We pay you whatever 100 millions a year to be the official, sports book of the NFL.
Here-
We need this game to have it go a little bit different this week. Sorry.
Here's one thing I saw a while back, and it's a clip. And I remember Pat Sajak was hosting a talk show, and there's a clip of a guy in like the late '70s or whatever, early '80s, and he wrote a book. I wish I had the name of everything, and he basically talked about how there was like 60 something instances where the NFL was rigged or something, and he talked about specifics, and he said that back in the day you used to be able to get to the quarterback, you used to be able to get to the center, and you used to be able to get to the cornerback. And like it was like the holds, the snaps,
Yeah, I
the
got you.
interceptions and stuff, and to throw games.
The center is interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the center. Realistically, it's just having the tackle, the guard, make sure they know they're blocking assignments, and then hiking the ball. Now, if you have a bunch of false starts in the game, then I would say, okay, yeah, that's when.
Or a few bad snaps.
Yeah, a few bad snaps. I get it, but and the center is interesting. Quarterback definitely. I mean, he has the ball in his hand. 90%.
Center, bad snap to the kicker.
Center calling the wrong blocking scheme.
Right.
How about this one? How about this one? People don't say is the offensive coordinator. People always want to go. The players aren't going to do it. They make too much money. The head coach isn't going to do it. They make too much money. What about the offensive coordinator?
Yeah, but here's my thing is, they're also, that's their job. You know what I'm saying? And if they make too many wrong calls, they're out of a job. So, that's what I said is
All you
like,
have to do is make a wrong call at the right time. that's the way I look at it.
I got you, but
They
then
don't need another job.
then you get.
They're retiring in Bermuda.
I just said I don't think it's that much money. How much money could you offer as a coordinator to?
I'd offer him $500. No, I'm just kidding. So,
Well, it depends. If his name was Paul Shields, I just offer him a $50 Burger King gift card.
on stagger.
Hey, that's back in the day. I used to think Burger King was a shit back in the day. Trust me, I got better palates now. This was when I was 20 some odd years old. Don't let these dudes fool you up in there and stuff like that. It's just like, back in the day when I used to, drink, Alizé or White Russian.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Speaking of that,
Yeah, speaking of that,
speaking of drinking, let's switch the topic.
Drinking.
Yes. So me, I took these last 7 days off. I needed to do a little detox. I was hitting the alcohol a little bit too hard. Sometimes your body. You got to listen to your body too. Your body says, "Hey, bro, you need to slow down a little bit." Even though I take
Or it screams.
I take my milk, my milk thistle and all that stuff to help my liver out.
The
But
thistle dance.
no, I said that I gotta chill out because I was going in.
And so, for people that don't know, milk thistle is supposed to, help with the liver.
Yeah, it's supposed to help, help filter out the liquor in your body and stuff like that. So, but you know, here's a question. So, like I said, as I got older, I know my body so well. I know what it needs. I know when I need to stop something. Know when I need to add something, stuff like that. But it's been over years. So when did you guys start? Like, this is my question to you guys. When did you guys start drinking? At what age did you guys start drinking?
Start with you.
I could start. I didn't. So when I was in like high school, I didn't really like liquor. I didn't like the taste of liquor. I didn't like alcohol, so I really didn't drink. I actually started drinking
Did you
like
like girls?
I did. I actually started drinking right after college.
Okay,
Believe it
really?
or
Okay,
not. So,
okay.
What? I
yeah.
never would have guessed that.
So in high school, you didn't drink?
High school, even in college, like we had parties, big parties that me
Wow,
and my
I
boy
never
used
would have
to.
guessed that.
But I was always the one that was like driving everybody around, making running, doing liquor runs, and but I was never the one really drinking. I never drank, and until probably 22, 23, me and my girl were together. We kind of split it off, and just set me on a spiral into hitting Mitch up basically like 5 days a week. Hey, where's the spot tonight? Where's the spot tonight? Mitch would give me all these spots. I'd roll out sometimes by myself. Sometimes, someone would join me. Sometimes Mitch would join me. And, I just started, it was at that point, it was kind of like a coping mechanism for what I was going through. But at the same time, it was just, I don't know, it was a lot of fun and it was crazy experiences and just wild nights and, crazy shit happens on a Tuesday when you're drunk. And so that's kind of where it started for me.
Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy? I that's an exclusive because I never would have thought Nick started. I never knew that. Did you?
No, I mean,
You went to high school with him.
yeah, I went to
I mean,
high
I had
school.
a few drinks and
Yeah, I went to
I
high school.
didn't, I never really got drunk.
He's right because I mean, I think back on it, it was like I can't really remember like Nick ever being like sloppy drunk or even seeing him with a drink.
All right, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this for you guys. Your guys. I mean, maybe it's different in Arizona, California, whatever. But okay, then that tells me a lot that nobody really peer pressured you then, right?
No, I mean,
Not really.
not really. I
But
mean,
no one peer pressured me in my group because I was the one driving them all around, and
Okay.
they were all hammered, and
Yeah, but here's
and I'd take them to the liquor store and do this and do that.
let's also be honest though. Back in the day, was there really high school responsibility? Maybe in the '90s there was. I don't know, but
For me, there was because I mean, I took
you
it.
might have been responsible.
Yeah, I was responsible.
The other people.
But they didn't care because they wanted that ride. And
Oh.
and Arizona was a little different because you had to drive everywhere. Like there's first of all, there's no public transportation, and secondly, like everything's spread out. So we'd go to desert parties like 30 miles out into the
I
desert.
heard about those.
For those big huge parties and all the cars would just you drive down a dirt road for like 20 minutes, you're like, where the hell are you going? All of a sudden you pull up, there's like 60 cars in a big huge circle and everybody's just out drinking, having a good time. And then you go to parties at the lake, you go to different house parties all over different parts of town. So there always had to be someone driving, and so that used to be me. I'd load, and I had a car. So and not everybody had a car back then when I was like 16, 17, 18. So I was the one that was always driving everybody, so I just didn't drink.
That's smart. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a lot of credit because I never would have pictured that, considering where you're at now.
yeah.
But hey, real quick too, I want to say, and I'll answer the question too for whatever. But real quick, that brought me back to a flashback. I remember when I first got out here and I started hitting the scene, and I didn't know what Arizona was about. I thought I was going to be, like squaring up, raising the family, doing all that stuff. Really tried to do it too. Everybody knows my story, knows I tried to do it,
Right.
and then when it didn't work out that way, just kind of put my toe in the water and go, oh, hold on a second, this is part two. Like, 'cause part one was in California, and I thought I lived my life, and I was ready to just settle down and screw up, get a Pathfinder and an Altima or a Maxima and be cool, live like life, like
Right.
And that's and
ready to do the daddy life.
yeah, I mean, hey, everything, yeah, I mean, it was ready for all that, truthfully, and what you don't know, and then when it doesn't quite work that way, and you test the waters out there, and you're like, whoa, hold on a second,
Right.
this is kind of crazy. This might be, and I'll say this: my Arizona run was probably better than my Cali run.
Right. Oh,
Yeah. No, without a doubt.
How old were you when the Cali run started?
I'll just say this: I'm probably one of the only people that went to clubs for 4 decades.
Wow. Okay.
No. I'm not really trying to date myself on that. You can do the math. You know,
Right.
there were teen clubs and other shit like that before decades of going to clubs.
There you go.
But real quick too, I got to bring this story real quick too about Greedy. So I remember when I first was out, Ken had the house in Awatuki.
Yep.
I just first was going out there. They'd have a bunch of parties, you know, all them, you know.
Yep, out there with the vigilantes.
Yeah, vigilantes, and you know, I can't remember the other cats. I remember I met a bunch of cool dudes back there, and it was all new to me, all new. And I remember I'm like, oh man, I went to a club, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, Ken's having a party. So I pull up over there, and there's all these cars. They used to have cars down the street, and I remember just pulling up, and everybody's leaving. I remember them going, the party's over, the party's over, the party's over. And Nick's at the front door, actually. And I just met him once or twice, you know. And he's like, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? And he goes, yeah, party's over. He goes, hey, but no, just stay over, stay. You're good, you know. Like, and I was like, oh, cool, you know, because I got over there. I was like rushing to get over there, grab my liquor, you know, drinking, well, allegedly, you know, whatever. That's the California thing. You pick up bad habits, you know. And anyway, yeah, and I remember him going, hey, you know, you're good, just, you know, just, you're good. You know, but like, I remember everybody else was getting kicked out. I'm talking like, there was hundreds of people walking down the street, the party's over.
Right.
You know, don't even walk up there. You know, and I'm like, oh, and I'm, you know, I was going to go say what's up. But yeah, no, I just had to bring that story up. You went to the door, and you're like, oh, no, just come on in. It's cool. But everybody else was getting kicked out. There was like hundreds of people walking away. What the? So, but as far as answering your question, when did I start drinking? You know what, to be honest, probably about 14.
14.
About
Okay.
14.
Okay. So middle school.
I think freshman in high school, probably. Freshman in high school. Because our school was a little different. We started 8th grade, or ninth
Okay,
grade.
'cause
9th
14 for us is out here.
Ninth grade.
It's like
8th, 9th grade. 8th grade, 9th grade.
Ain't that right, Nick?
14.
Started from 9th grade.
Yeah,
Started ninth grade.
Eight,
Yeah,
nine.
so I was 9th grade. And yeah, so
Yeah, you telling the truth.
yeah, I could have been held back and played one more year. You know, I should have actually. I might have been a little more mature, you know, like all these other people do.
Okay.
But no, but
All right. So your freshman year,
yeah, freshman year.
legend.
And I remember, yeah, allegedly, I remember just grabbing a bunch of stuff from the cabinet, you know, that my grandfather used to have. That you know he was no longer around. I just grab one bottle at a time and bring it to school. We drink it in PE on the side. And, you know, I don't know why the PE coach didn't know my basketball shot would go over there to the side. But yeah, you know, we'd always walk around with a cup,
Right.
you know, like the soda cups and stuff. And yeah, for a while, like I was grabbing a bottle every day and just, you know, sharing it with my friends. And it was like you know, the rebellish thing to do at the time. And then also in that era was so glorified in music and movies. Let's be honest, if you watched 80s movies and you watched, you know, and we're talking late 80s, but, you know, but you watched early 80s movies, you know, it's always about licks,
Times,
drugs,
Porky,
yeah, exactly.
Revenge of the Nerds. Even.
Love me some Porky's,
Yeah.
boy. That was like my porn, man.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I think that was some of the first titties I ever saw.
Was that? Did you watch it last week?
Yeah, first time.
Man, yeah, but that was that era, and then the music and everything else, and you're like, man, everything was about drinking, everything. And so, you know, it's like, so 14, that, whatever. And back then, I remember going New Year's Eve at 15, getting dropped off, and being in the back on the sidewalk, passed out, like, you know, like spinning, the room spinning for the first time, like crazy. And, you know, and then trying to hold it together for, I think, to get a ride home, to walk past my mom to go to bed, you know?
Right.
And like in the room just spinning, you know, and like, you know, and stuff. So 14, 15. And then I remember man, it's crazy. I remember the summer I could drive. And this doesn't sound good because it's California. Blame it on California at the time in the
Right.
late 80s, early 90s, when the cops used to pull you over and go, dump out the beer. Who started the fight?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they just let you go. You know,
Really?
They go, did you start the fight? Whatever. All they was concerned about was the fight. Dump out the liquor.
Right.
And so those are the bad habits you brought up, you know, and stuff. And so yeah, but I'll just say this: when I moved to Arizona, don't bring those bad habits here. You will get humbled like a motherfucker. I'll just say that. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
Arizona's one of them states. You know, they don't fuck around.
And you know what?
It's one of them states. And here's the thing: regardless, there's Uber, there's Lyft out there. You should,
Now, either way, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
No excuse. Everybody, you know, again, we're not condoning any kind of
Yeah. And
drinking and
I'm
driving.
not saying I'm not sitting up here saying I'm an angel and I do it every fucking time.
No.
But yes, if you get hemmed up, that's on you. But no, like far as me is, I don't know. I've always played sports, so the alcohol thing was, not really my thing. It's like, I didn't start doing like drinking until probably my junior or senior year of like high school.
Okay.
Not saying I tasted a beer or two.
Hey, let me ask you: when you first tasted the beer, didn't it taste nasty as shit?
Oh man, the alcohol period tasted nasty as shit. It tasted like I loved it. No, it doesn't. I love the taste of alcohol. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like as I got older, my palate just grew and grew. Like I used to have like mixers and all this stuff.
Let's talk about the foo drink here.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I was just about to bring that up. It's like so Ken that we had on the show. You know what I'm saying? He'd always call me with a new drink, whiskey sours, Amarillo sours. When Biggie first came out, White Russians.
I remember Black Russian from Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. And so it was.
Blended White Russians.
Yeah. And people don't realize, all that sugar and sweetness.
Oh, that's the headache. That's the headache.
Headache. That's what got you sick.
That
That's
got
what
you early.
Yeah. And as time went on, I realized it. I'm like, so you saying? Because I used to be like a heavy brown liquor drinker. Like I used to drink Crown like it was my job. You know what I'm saying? I love me some Hennessy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, what was the rule? Wasn't it liquor before beer, you're in the clear?
Yeah.
Beer before hard, you're in the yard or something.
Yeah. But me now is I don't fool around. I like my mom. My mom kind of my mom taught me how to drink. I watched my mom come up. She come home. For a while she was single mom.
Was she drinking her cooks?
No, she does like cooks, but
Remember for Father's
my
Day?
mom used to drink E&J back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Erkin jerk.
Yeah. She come home with a little E&J and Coke. And so I'd watch her. She come home from a hard day's work and she just sit down and have her a drink and stuff like that. And I never understood that. I mean, you don't understand what your parents do or go through until you get older. And then I understand, like, damn, when you come home, all you want your kids is shut the fuck up and have a nice drink. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll get to you. But she always used to say, because I always fix my mom a drink every time, like if I go over her house or she come over here, I always say, I fix my mom a drink. She likes to drink. She can't drink as much now because she got, a couple of health issues, so she can't drink as much. But when we do drink together, it's always her Hennessy and Coke. So I fix her a drink, but I know like she loves to taste the alcohol. She always tells me, "Hey, baby, put a little bit more, a little alcohol in that." And so over time, I understood what she was saying is because like me, they always say, "Well, who hurt you?" Because
Who hurt you?
yeah, because I drink vodka on the rocks. You know what I'm saying? Kettle on the rocks is my drink.
Remember when it used to be Ciroc?
Yeah. I used to drink Ciroc on the time.
The C-Rock.
Yeah. But I like the taste of Kettle. Just right. I mean,
I like Kettle One's money.
Yeah.
Kettle
But
One's money.
people.
It ain't Paddington, but it's money.
Yeah. But people out there, talking about Tito's. See this? Tito's
It's trash.
It's problem with Tito's.
It's corn. Yeah.
Tito's used to be way better when it was more small batch. Once they sold out and it became mainstream, wasn't good anymore.
No, that's why it's got that bitter taste.
It started at $11 a bottle for a reason. Now it's 23 to 25.
Yeah, and now that's the only
They
thing.
sold the story on it more than it.
Yeah, right. If it's the
I
only
got
thing
sued
to
a few
drink,
times.
water that shit down. You know what I'm saying? But like for real, if you fixing me a drink, don't fuck around. And I also learned, and it was some game, is when you go out to drink at sports bars or whatever, or you're out at the club or whatever, and you ask for, say, I know you love vodka Red Bulls, right?
Sugar free.
Yeah. They'll pour more fucking Red Bull than fucking liquor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they'll lose their little cups but here's the thing. I know when I tell you, give me on the rocks, you can't sugarcoat what's in that fucking bottle. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's straight liquor.
And let me also give a clue to some people. Just when you say you're ordering a tall, that doesn't mean there's more liquor in unless you know the bartender.
That or let you go to the Moose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go to the Moose. Shout out to Moose Lodge.
But no, you are exactly right because they are. Hey, do you want a short or a tall? I always tell them a short because I know exactly. Like you ain't gonna order my shit. I'm gonna put a tall.
Let me tell you this.
With a fucking whole lot of
Depending on the spot you're at, and I know it's mostly dive bars and different things. You try to build the rapport, trying to get in. But what's it called? It's like compared to, for example, Dirk Bentley's, right? You go to Dirk Bentley's or whatever, they give you the plastic cup, they ignore you until you tip well a few times, and then they might hook you up. But that first time, a little shitty pour with the jigger, one jigger, whatever.
Yeah.
$13, $15, whatever. But then other times, I always try and give people the chance to earn my business, And I remember, we were on the west side last week where the spot, Dave's Place. I probably shouldn't have said it. It's allegedly Dave's Place. It's someplace around there. It might be Jim's place. It's my place. It was my place.
It's my place.
It was my place.
Or my space.
I'll tell you, yeah. And so anyway, it might have been Wendy's, Dave's, whatever. But so I remember we ordered blueberry stolies, which is an old school thing, right? And the girl started pouring, and they didn't even have the spout. She just starts pouring. And I'm like, whoa, and 3/4 of it was vodka. 3/4.
Right.
And she charged me like $7 for it.
What's that called?
It's my place.
That's my place. Like, you
My
better-
place
Hey,
at the bar
you
is
better,
my
you better
space.
let me know because
Yeah.
I'm going to have to visit that place.
And I'll tell you what. And I was like, first of all, there's no jerk. And I used to be a bartender.
Yeah.
And when you're pouring with no jerk, you know how much liquor comes out?
Yeah,
It used to be, typically back in the day, it's a 5 count. Cool.
Right.
And if you like, whatever. But no spout.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, yeah, it was crazy. And it's like 3/4.
Listen, anybody pours heavy is going to see me a lot of
Oh
times.
no, without that, and anybody pours short, hey, it's one time and out. I'm buying beer from you.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, that's why I don't fool with Scottsdale that much because on these high now if I'm out there, I'm going to dinner or whatever, but I don't fool with Scottsdale.
I don't really either. I'd rather buy a bottle and pour it myself.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, that's why I love downtown Chandler. I'm not gonna say what places, but I go to the spots in downtown Chandler and they know me, they see me in there because they pour well.
Well, let me ask you both.
Okay.
There's been times in my life, alcohol, and I look and I'm like, am I drinking too much? Do I have a problem?
Yes.
These thoughts cross my mind. No, and I
If you
just
have to ask.
no, I justify it in my head like, oh, I only drink on the weekends, or I don't drink every weekend. But I know sometimes once I get started, like
It's fuck
it's a
everything.
thin line.
It's fuck everything.
There's a very thin line between, casual drinking and being a binge drinker or an alcoholic. It's a very thin line.
No, very.
And you can go either way very quickly. Well, you just think, oh, I'm just going to have 1 or 2 drinks, or I'm just going to go out every Friday night and get blitzed till I'm fucking blackout drunk. But I only do it on Fridays and that's it. I don't drink any other day during the week. That doesn't necessarily mean that you still don't have a problem. So between for me, there's been times in my life where I was like, should I slow down? Do I have a problem? Like, have you guys ever experienced that? And have you ever just been like, I'm going to take a week off, a month off, a year off from alcohol?
Well, I mean, like I said, I just took 7 days off. And just like I said, you have to first of all, you have to listen to your body. I always joke. I tell people I'm a borderline alcoholic. Borderline, like you say, it's a thin line. No, do I like to drink? Yes. Does it control my life? No. I feel like, and I tell people like this: if I was an alcoholic, I wouldn't be able to go 7 days. It'd just be no way, or I wouldn't be able to go a whole month. It'd be alcoholics cannot. They wake up in the morning drinking. Only time I do that is when I'm on vacation.
That's where you're wrong though, because that's a certain type of alcoholic. Other alcoholics maybe only get drunk once a week, but they black out drunk and they can't control themselves. And really, I think alcoholism is any time that you drink to the point where you lose control and it affects your life in one way or another. And maybe it just affects your life for that night. Maybe you do something stupid, you get in a fight, you get arrested, whatever the case may be.
You have a kid.
You have a kid,
No, off the motherfuckers.
But there's times I'll go 3-4 weeks without drinking, not because I'm like on a hiatus or anything. I just, there'll be times I'm busy and I just don't get out and go to the bars. So I just don't drink because I don't drink at home ever by myself. I don't sit at the house, even when I'm just chilling. I don't just go, oh, let me just pour myself a drink. I just don't like to drink when I'm at home. I'm a social drinker.
I got you.
So
Yeah, my definition of social drinker for me to the fullest. Social drinker to the fullest.
yeah.
I got you. So you're saying like even if you're watching, you're at the house watching a sports game, you don't pour yourself a drink.
I don't pour myself a drink. But here, like you said, with the
By myself, I don't.
yeah.
I don't by myself.
Really?
No, I don't.
Okay, maybe I'm different because like if I'm watching the game by myself, at the house, man, I got me a little cocktail.
That's more casual. I think where the thin line draws is like if you go out on a night and you have a couple drinks, can you just stop and say, I'm going to only have 4 tonight and that's it? No matter what the night takes you, can you just stop at 4?
Okay.
Even if the night's going great.
Is the night ending why?
No, but can you, after like 3 or 4 drinks, just be like, all right, I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Some nights, but sometimes, I mean,
Sometimes I don't want to.
I mean, come on,
I'm not leaving.
But is it that you don't want to, or is it that the liquor kicks in and it's like drink more? You're having fun.
You know what?
More, you're having fun.
Yeah, I'm going on the atmosphere. Come on, let's think back a week. Let's think about a month ago. We were out. We were out. We went from Chandler to Gilbert.
What was less than a month ago?
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
What the 2 weeks ago?
exactly.
It seems so long ago.
Problem.
It seems so long ago. But hey, here's the thing. It's snowball. That's one of them nights that just snowballs. But I knew going out that night, like sometimes you have in your mind going out that night, you're like,
I'm
I'm getting fucked up. I'm like, I'm gonna have a good time. I told you that night, I was like, I'm Ubering down to Chandler, and then if we go to, definitely.
I will say this.
Ever listen, I'm not condoning driving and drinking and driving, but if you're ever in Gilbert and you're drinking, you better
Yeah.
Uber. Like Gilbert
Let's
PD.
let's
do
let's,
not
let's
fuck
keep it
around.
10. Let's just Uber anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
it.
what I say. That's what I say. I don't condone it. Well, I'm just saying,
No.
if you ever in Gilbert, you find yourself, you ever think about fucking putting that key in the ignition, do not do it. Do
Yeah,
not.
let's just say anywhere. But yeah, no. And then the other thing too is you can make the investment in Uber, whether it's just going down the street or going to Scottsdale, wherever it is. I don't know. My mentality is let's make it worth it. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it worth it.
So what about you, Mitch?
What about me?
What do you think? Do you think some of us know your history. Let's just say
Whoa!
that. And
I feel I'm being attacked.
you bought the bottle of beer.
Bought the bottle of beer at 10:45. Literally.
So, I mean, do you ever like look at things and think that, maybe you need to slow down a little bit on the drinking at times? I know there's been times that you have and you've done different things, but what's your perspective on it?
No, without a fucking doubt, without a fucking doubt. I'll tell you. I mean, there's been so many times where you go through your binges, where you go through whatever you're doing. You're like, I mean, I remember one time when I was 19, I think I drank for 2 weeks straight. And I mean, that might not be shit. I remember in the summers when we were in high school, I drank every fucking night in the summer. And I don't know.
Yeah, COVID, I drink fucking every day, all day.
And you pick different things, and at a certain point, it's just, when it just one either you do shit that doesn't feel right afterwards, whatever that is, you sit there, and when you finally get everything together, you're like, well, what the fuck did I do, or why did I do that shit, or whatever it is, or you just don't even feel good, like I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest, our Laughlin trips, our Vegas trips, sometimes just a crazy ass weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's like by Monday you're waking up and either you're fight or fleeing. It's like you've had that much liquor.
Yep, your body's so
Your pillows fucking wet as hell, turning over. You got the cold sweats,
right?
And then either you're waking up and you're grabbing a fucking drink to continue, or you're fighting through it and trying to get to the gym to the sauna to soak it all out and start your fucking week. And it just seems like that routine, which unfortunately or fortunately, whatever, it's like allegedly has been going on since you were in high school or since you were whatever. How many breaks have you ever taken? How many breaks are you taking, and how much longer can your body withstand? I'll be completely honest. Let's keep it 1,000. At one point, especially when I had the businesses, you stress the fuck out. You're going out all the time, and I used to go out with my business partner, and that shit would get crazy as fuck. Especially with all the shots, and your body can't process all that fucking shots. 15 shots a night, plus your drinks, plus everything else, and you're doing it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever else. I remember shit for a while, man. My wrists and my feet would swell the fuck up. Like I couldn't even wear a watch anymore.
Shit.
Yeah, like I couldn't wear a watch. Your skin's, I mean, like this. It was, for a few years, the shit, or not for a few years, but a few years back, like the shit was bad.
Right.
I had the cold turkey. That's when I cold turkey Red Bull and vodka. And then I also cold turkeyed a few other, drinking habits. And then I started also supplementing like crazy and doing like teas with turmeric and cayenne pepper and drinking water with lemon and pH balancing and all this crazy other shit and then eventually through COVID started doing sea moss and stuff.
Okay.
Definitely they're kind of like you too, and this was for your liver.
Yep.
All sorts of things to be preventative, or at least to try and counter some of the effects of what we grew up on and enjoy. But at what point do you want to make changes?
Right.
I mean, because it's funny because you can make your changes and then all of a sudden one day you just go, fuck it, let me go out and have fun and get drunk. I mean, or every weekend or whatever you do. And then, but it's like, okay, at what point does it ever stop? At what point do you keep doing the same abuse over and over and over again? And let's be honest. I mean, I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm calling what we do abuse.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a great time with it, and I don't know. If we ask, the next question I'm gonna ask you guys is, can you ever put it down? I mean,
okay. I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, there's like right now I do it socially, and like I said, I'll go and stop when my body tells me to stop. Now, do I like drinking? Fuck yeah, I like drinking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel there's worse things in the world that out there. Is it a drug? Yes, it's a drug. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't sugarcoat it. It is. It's drugs. Some people I know, I got a good friend of mine right now. He don't drink at all. He just that's his thing. He don't drink, and that's fine. different strokes for different folks. I mean, that's just straight up. Me, I love that. Sometimes this is my girlfriend. This,
You know what's
this
crazy?
is my
And
girlfriend. This is my therapist.
so a couple years ago when I was, out, in the dating scene, it was tough to go on dates with people that didn't really drink.
Yes,
Because
nothing. Yep,
just a couple drinks kind of like opens up things and kind of gets everybody more comfortable and open up, and you can talk more freely.
Yeah,
And I mean, talk more freely. But I'd go out on dates with some of these girls, super nice girls, and I'd be like, oh, and they're like, I haven't been to a bar in 10 years. And I'm like, and I look and I go, and she might be a great girl and everything, but that's, part of my life is the social factor of let's meet up on a Friday night,
and have
have
some
a few
happy.
drinks, have some fun, and then see where it goes.
Oh fuck
But
yeah.
at a certain point, it's like, is that the most important thing though? Like, did I pass up on other stuff because I was too focused on, oh, what are we supposed to do if we're not out drinking? Like, and sometimes like that thought crosses my mind. It kind of scares me a little bit. Like, well, what do we do if we're not going out drinking? What's there to do?
Right. No, I hear you. Same way. The last 7 days is like, I, I've noticed myself like at nighttime, like, shit, I'm not going to go to, well, might as well get into bed and go early, catch up on some Netflix shows or Star Wars shows or some shit like that. So, but that's about it. But hey, we've come to the end of the show, and we got to talk about what we talk about at the end of the show is our thoughts of the day. Let's go with Mitchell Titano. What you got for me?
I'm gonna say this. My thought of the day is accountability over pride.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. You have situations, and let's just say you get in arguments with somebody. It doesn't matter who it is, significant other, friend, whatever, and it's at a certain point in the day. Back in the day, me being younger, I'd be like pride, pride, pride all day. I'm not budging. I'm not saying this. I'm not giving you that. Whatever.
Right.
And I don't know if it's the older you get or just just the way the world is. It's like, man, you appreciate the people that you love,
Right.
the people that are in your corner, the people that got your back. And it's like, I don't know, at this point in time, instead of just wanting to be right, which has always been a thing for me. Like I could battle people like a lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, and stuff. And it's like at a certain point, man, if it's a person you love, it's like, man, sometimes, man, swallow your pride for a second and be accountable for your actions. I mean, you should be accountable anyway, but a lot of times it's a gray area of that's your opinion, that's my opinion. But if your opinion causes hurt to that other person, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, is that really worth being right over?
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, I don't know. Each person's got to pick and choose their battles, but right now, in the way the world is and the way everything is, if you got people you care about, which seems like I don't know. I think the younger generations it's less and less and less. I could be wrong, and maybe that's a harsh thing, but again, I think our generations have more substance. Because we were raised a little different. The social media aspect, the internet aspect, the reality aspect, whatever else. But it's like, man, I'm gonna take accountability and kind of swallow my pride a little bit and make sure that the person that I care about, and this is on different levels, friends, girlfriend, whatever, mom, it's like, man, I'd rather let them know that I love them instead of let them know that I'm right all the time. And that's something that's kind of hard to do, especially if you guys know how I've been. But again, not, so it's just some accountability over pride. Think about it,
Okay, there you go. Nicodemus, what you got, baby?
I'm just gonna say, we discussed alcohol today, and issues that come along with alcohol. And what I got to say is, if you get to a point in anything in your life, whether it's drinking, partying, work, whatever it is, if you're not happy, if it's not making you happy, whatever you're doing, life's too short. Make a change in your life, And like I said, and it's not just alcohol. It could be drugs. It could be relationship. It could be work. If you wake up every day and you dread going to work, that should tell you that you need to find a new job. Life's too short. What?
New attitude.
New attitude. Or I mean, maybe your job's just not right for you. Like
True.
There's nothing, and I've had experience with people that I've worked with where they basically hated their job so much that it drove them to, basically almost kill themselves, like with drugs and alcohol and all kinds of stuff, just to be able to get into work every day and function. And it's like, and this one person in particular, I used to tell him all the time, if you're not happy, don't work here. Let me know. I'll help you find another job. Like, life's too short job's not that important at the end of the day. What's important is you and your health and your life. And if you wake up every day and like fuck, and you're sad because you woke up because you have to go back to work and you just wish that maybe you wouldn't have woke up that morning, like that's no way to live your life. So if you get to that point, make a change in your life, even if it's scary, even if you think like I can't afford it, I can't quit my job, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know, take a leap of faith and try to make a change and see how better your life can be if you just give up the things that are dragging you down.
There we go. There we go. I like that. I like that. Hey, so we got the holidays coming up, and so my thought of the day is I want to challenge you guys, and I want to challenge everybody out there. Is I want you to do something to impact one person's life. I'm not saying you got to go and impact a bunch of people. One, I just want you guys to choose one person and impact their life in some way, whether it be financially, emotionally, um, you know, whatever it may be. But I want you to, and I challenge you and everybody out there to impact somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
I love that.
All right.
so perfect.
All right. 210, we out, baby. I love you.
Yeah.
Mwah.